What's up, everyone? Welcome back to United Obsession. I am Daniel Lawrence, and this is your pre-match analysis of Man United against Wolves. Guys, so we now have a good opportunity to end the year on a high. And there's no reason we shouldn't. We've just thrashed Wolves not too long ago. 4-1, if you don't remember. We thrashed them away, and it was a very, very convincing performance. Now, we have the opportunity again to thrash them today, but the difference is this time we are going to be out with, well, there's 7 players missing. So I just want to start with our injury list and players that will not be available for tonight's game. So let's just start with the 3 players that we know about 100% that are in their AFCON obligations. So you've got Mazraoui, you've got Ahmad, and you've got Mbeumo. So those 3, obviously, let's write them off immediately. And we have Mainoo, who has a calf injury at present. We have De Ligt, who's still in recovery from his lower back injury, which we was told it would have been recovered by now. But lower back injuries are actually really quite detrimental. And because it's not just something you can get rid of that quick. Normally it can come from bad sleeping or a bad movement during training. But hopefully we will get to see De Ligt back soon. Now, Maguire is still out with a thigh injury. And yes, we have Bruno Fernandes also out with a hamstring injury. Now, there has been rumours circulating that Mount will not be playing in today's game. I'm not sure if that is the case, because Amorim wasn't 100% sure about his injury situation. So I'm going to say it's a 50-50 situation with Mount, and I hope Mount is available at least for the second half, because Mount can do wonders, and he's been doing wonders lately. Everyone knows that. So I'm crossing my fingers, hoping that Mount can get at least some playing time, at least in the second half. But it will be interesting to see the formation in this game, because I think Amorim is starting to work out now. And he actually was a little bit embarrassed if you saw the post-match interview after the last game against Newcastle, that 4 at the back can actually be a lot more beneficial to Manchester United. And I think he's starting to work that out. And I think on tonight's game, you're going to see probably him revert back to that formation. Normally, if something works, you don't touch it. You leave it how it is. It's working. There's an expression, if it's not damaged, don't fix it. So I think you're going to see tonight that classic 4 at the back in our last game. And I think everyone's crying out for it. Everyone wants 4 at the back, because having a 3 at the back, we know that does not work. It does not work. So I think, yep, he's going to put 4 at the back at the very minimum. But I think also as well, he's going to have a more frequent rotation policy, because if you look carefully at the last couple of games, he has been pressured into pushing academy players into the first team, whether he likes it or not. Now, what do I think about academy players? Well, I think you shouldn't just put any Tom, Dick or Harry onto the first team. I think they really have to be amazing quality players. I think just trying out players is just not a good idea. But at the moment, that's what Amorim is doing. He's trying out new players. So, like Fletcher. So let's see if Fletcher is going to take that position, that midfield position, or that right wing position in tonight's game. I'm very eager to see what happens, but it will definitely be interesting. So if we look at the table now, guys, we sit in 6th position. We have the opportunity again for Man United to climb the table and jump to 5th position tonight. It really does depend on the Chelsea match. They are playing Bournemouth tonight also, so we need to keep our eyes on that game as well and see how that turns out. But at best case scenario, Man United could be sitting at 5th at the end of tonight's game. And look, I won't be angry if we jump into the new year at 5th. I would say, look, you know what, with a pinch of salt, okay, it's a foundation that we need to start building on. But we cannot draw or lose any more games. I think if we do not get a win tonight, it will cast a huge amount of doubt on absolutely everyone. So tonight game is a win-win scenario. We have to win. There can be no draws. No draws. It has to be a win. So Man United are the bookies' favourite, as you can see, very, very convincingly, and I expect them to get this win quite easily. So I don't see a reason why they should lose or draw. And I'm expecting Sesko to step up and score. I'm serious. If Sesko does not start scoring, I'm really going to go. I'm going to go for him very, very soon. I think everyone's going to go for him very, very soon because, look, there's only so much time we can give you. And I think Man United and everyone is starting to get a little bit, I wouldn't say nervous, but a little bit thinkful about what are we going to do with Sesko if he doesn't improve. So I think we're going to have to leave that for another video, but I'm expecting Sesko tomorrow to step up. We cannot have him continuing that performance. I do blame some of his performance on our midfielders because, look, if they don't pass in the ball, it's very hard to score. So it's a joint collaboration. But at the end of the day, the responsibility for him to score really falls on his shoulders, no matter what. So let's see what happens with tomorrow's game. I'm very optimistic that we will get the win. And Cunha, I think he also as well could be on the scoring sheet tomorrow because he's been very, very itchy on our last game. He was very eager to get on the score sheet. If we remember, he nearly scored prior to the goal in our last game of Dorgu. So I expect Cunha to get on the score sheet if he keeps pushing and pushing with that intensity. Guys, let me know what you think about tonight's game. Let me know what you think the scoreline will be. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, follow, share, comment. And as always, guys, I'll see you in the next video.